Welcome EO members on this Global AI Summit, and I'm really proud to mention that this is one of the biggest member-led and initiated events in the history of EO. We have registrations received well over 700 from 97 chapters, so I'm very pleased. So this whole journey started like last year. I was doing a number of webinars on the AI in healthcare in particular. And I met two amazing guys at the Global Speakers Academy, Marcus Wubben and Scott Emperhing, who I will introduce later on. And we shared the very same passion on AI. And on December 5th, there was a newspaper article on ChatGPT. And that changed the whole thing. The newspaper article was mentioning the quality of ChatGPT, and it was all over the news. You couldn't switch on a news program or a late night talk show. There was AI. And like many of you, I had a question as an entrepreneur. How does AI affect my business now and in the near future? And this question was being shared by a number of other EO members. And we came to the conclusion, hey, it might be a good idea to start or initiate a summit and try to answer all these questions that we have. And it was basically the start of this summit. And this summit was basically organized by a cross-chapter cooperation between EO Orange County, EO Madrid, EO Berlin, EO Hamburg, EO Munich, and of course EO Netherlands, and the European Bridge chapter. And also good to mention is this is financially supported, generously supported by EO Netherlands, EO Berlin, EO Hamburg, and EO Munich. So that's why we can organize this professional event. As I mentioned, I have two guests here at my table. One is Marcus Wubben from EO Berlin, my co-organizer and co-host, and he will share his experience on AI. And Marcus, who do we have and what topics do we are going to discuss?
Robert, I don't know where to start and where to end. Initially, we planned on doing a 2 to 3 hour show. We ended up doing a 6-hour show, and we could easily have filled 10 hours. And maybe a little spoiler, maybe we'll do a second episode of this, right? Because we still have so many speakers in the queue. But today, we're going to cover a lot of topics, such as the history and the future of AI, how large language models are actually changing the world and your business. We're going to talk about how AI is helping the greater good, how it helps AI or helps healthcare, how it helps preventing fires, how it helps extinguish fires. We're of course going to cover topics on ethics in AI. We're going to see how e-commerce, small business owners can actually leverage AI, how it helps to be sustainable, how it helps to reduce cost. And of course, we're also going to look at Luis Cortez talking about investing in AI. Do we have Luis?
Luis is in there.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Luis.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. So happy to be here. Thanks for everything you've set up.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. It's so much fun. And since we're one community in EO, it is just vital for us to combine the forces. And that's why I thought, why not bring you into the show right in the beginning? Because you, Luis, have set up this great MyEO Connect group, the AI group, which is really active. You set up the WhatsApp group. And so thanks for doing this and contributing to the community. So thank you.
Yep, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. I have this passion, as you do, also to make I think if we can make EO entrepreneurs more competitive, more productive with AI, we're going to be having even a larger impact on the world. So that's totally what moves me. And I'm very happy to be part of this event. Thank you for having me.
That's great. That's great. Just one more thing. We're going to see you later on as well during the day for investing in AI. So you will see Luis again. We will see you again. Thanks for now. You've set up an event for tomorrow. Please, EO community, join, learn about AI, use all the chances. That's my call for you out in the world. Please join. It's great events we are organizing for you and do that. So thank you. But we have one very special project, right, Robert?
Yeah, we do have a special project.
What do we have?
Beside this studio, we have a separate studio in this building. We call it the Red Room, and we have Edward from the European Bridge chapter, and he will be basically discuss with a group of accelerators. Let him introduce the project himself, because I'm really fascinated about it, and I think it can change a lot about how we think about AI and the impact that AI can have in real life. Edward?
Thank you, Robert. Good day, EOers all around the world. And I believe it's 143 chapters present. So that's exciting. Today we have an amazing number of experts talk about AI, but what more fun could it be to see the whole thing come alive in our hands during this event. So inspired by many posts on WhatsApp, on TikTok and Instagram, we decided to run an experiment for the course of this event, 6 hours, to build something and to actually start from scratch with just a basic idea, to build something here. And I invited Harm for that. And Harm is, I've had the privilege of being your accelerator coach last year.
Yes.
And your project, Debo Projects, is a company that made the shift from building websites and marketing content to more complex software solutions. And you started looking into AI. I follow you on LinkedIn. And I decided the guy to talk to is Harm. And being the good sports that you are, you immediately responded very enthusiastic with your team. Guys, great that you took up the challenge. Very glad that you're here. And we gave you the most basic briefing. Of course, we had to have a starting point. And the starting point for you that we decided on was that it's going to be something in the HR field.
Yes.
So
yes.
in HR, there's a lot of data, there's a lot of procedures, and it's highly relevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did you make out of it?
What we make out of it is it's the AR, HR. It's very interesting. There's a lot of data, and what we make out of it, we need to just start. So the challenge is to build something, and to build something, we just start, and at the end of the day, we build a whole company.
Yeah.
We can promise that.
I've got the ground rules for you here. Yeah. You don't know these yet. We set up the only that's going to be in HR.
Yeah.
But I'll clarify a little bit. It has to be around a clear problem statement. So the proposition has to be very clear.
Right.
And you have to clearly define what kind of AI solutions you are going to use.
Right. Okay.
So include AI in every step. So don't think of a company name, run it by AI.
All right.
And keep a log of what kind of tools you're using.
Okay.
And during the speakers, every hour we're going to check in here to see what progresses you've made, and what kind of little celebrations you had, what kind of victories that we solved. And in the end of this whole event, we're going to come back and see what the learnings are for all us entrepreneurs, what this actually means. If we can build something significant in 6 hours, what does that mean?
Okay, yes, I think you can't miss this AI revolution. So let's go, we gotta just do it, and we will enjoy this whole journey today.
Okay, guys, you have not 6 hours, but 5.5 hours. These are the rules. Study them well, hang them there, I put a little magnet on, and draw a timeline, and we'll be checking in on you guys every hour.
Okay,
here you are.
Let's do it, guys.
Back to you, Robert.
Actually, yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. This is going to be a challenge. And actually, one person we're going to interview is Sarah, and
She has done it all. She went down into the mud and has actually implemented a lot of AI projects. She's a lecturer now, so stay tuned for that. And those guys, we're going to follow them all along the afternoon, the morning, the evening, wherever you're located, and we'll go switch back to the green room and see what their progress is. So back to you, Robert.
The funny thing is, it's not a green room, but it's actually a red room. But it's a minor detail.
Yeah, I'm green-red blind. What can I say?
If you have any questions, you can submit them in the chat. And there's also an opportunity to ask them in person to the table and to the presenters. But please state in the chat your question and whether you want to do it in person or not. Then we can do a little bit of switching and can put you in the broadcast. We're running
Very good in time, actually.
Very good in time.
And actually, I would love to use the time to say thanks again to the EO crowd. Thank you so much for everyone for joining. We got those registrations pouring in right from the first day, and
They're still popping in.
And they're still popping in, actually. Yeah, I'm getting WhatsApp messages all the time. If you have trouble or heard from somebody who has trouble logging in, please check your spam folders. The event links are sent by Zoom, and they sometimes end up in spam. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything about that. So please check spam. Please send us an email. While we're here and doing this, we'll check our email. We'll resend the emails. If you hear about this, please do so, right? Please send us an email, and we're happy to add you, right?
Shall we go to the first speaker, guys?
Michelle.
Let's go.
Let's go.